Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today video is a little bit the same but a little bit different. I have a group of coins that I just got back in from CAC, and we're going to take a closer look. But also, this is kind of like a pre-Long Beach show, so a couple comments on these before we get going. I got a big collection of dollars in. I sent a bunch of stuff off to CAC. Now, I've sent a lot of stuff off to CAC recently, relative to the zero that I sent off a year ago, right? But one of the things that I'm doing here is I did kind of a shotgun approach, which is to say I wasn't super picky with the coins. I basically went through the dollar collection and I took all of the most high-grade coins and sent them in. And then I took all of the like dimples and PLs and sent them in, and then all of the rare dates and sent them in. And I found some other semi-key date coins that I thought were attractive, and I sent them in as well. And so we're going to see results vary a little bit because I did take the shotgun approach, and I'll talk through stuff and talk about how much I like coins or dislike coins or whatever. The other thing to be aware of is, so this is a two-part video because there's a lot of coins. God willing, and the creek don't rise, we're going to go ahead and get this video up hot and fast and fresh on a Friday, and the other video dropping on Monday right before Long Beach. And I'll tell you what, a lot of these coins are not going to survive Long Beach. I'm going to sell them all there. And for those of you who don't understand hyperbolic speech, that is not a literal statement, but I'm going to be selling a lot of coins. And so if you see coins here that you like, and you're watching the video within a day or two of it's coming out, you can follow the links in the show notes and go ahead and purchase them thusly before I head out to California with an aching in my heart. And without further ado, let's reveal some stuff here. So starting off with an 020 Philly, and just a very, very lovely coin. Old NGC fatty holder. Pretty cool, right? I always like these. And this coin is an MS63, and not a super high grade, and pretty excited to get a sticker on that guy. It just looks like it's the right coin at the right price with the right condition. Just a beautiful coin. Also, I'm going to throw numbers out here, but they're not going to be exact. I'm going to use round numbers. That's probably about a $400 coin on that guy. Like I said, I'm using round numbers. 89S, this coin is graded MS65. And cool coin, probably a little bit shy of a couple grand on a coin like this. Very attractive overall look to it. Of course, to get the sticker, you want a coin that's going to be solid for the grade, possibly all the way up to being even undergraded, where they give you the gold sticker. Just like in kindergarten, guys. Get the gold sticker. Anyone else have the bear, the wobbly bear that, the coin, depending on how you did it on the paper, the bear was either standing perfectly on the ball or it was wobbly. Did anyone? Just me? 89S MS65 did not CAC. Beautiful coin. Nothing wrong with it. Something to bear in mind when you look at some of these things. They look at a lot of coins, and I will say that you got a couple little marks there on the cheek. The fields are really nice though for overall eye appeal, and so is the reverse field. Really like the little bit of edge crustiness there. And we're going to see some pretty cool coins throughout this series, and we're going to see some coins that we don't normally see. So this is one of the rarest of the Philly mints, 99 Philly. And a lot of these coins come, I think, fairly flat as far as the overall eye appeal on a 99 Philly. Not necessarily the strike on the 99 Philly, but the eye appeal. And so this one is really nice. This is graded MS65, y'all. So not a lot of room there for disparity, for having contact marks. 65 is the real deal. MS65, they did not CAC this coin, which is roughly $1,000 type coin. Actually, really lovely. I'm not ready to dispute anything yet. Not that I will actually run it up the flagpole and dispute it, but I'm just saying there will be some coins undoubtedly that I'll say, you know what, I think I definitely would have put a sticker on, and we'll talk about those. So this is an 1880 Philly. Now, and there's another coin that's really hard to come by a nice example. This is graded MS65 plus by NGC, and I've had a lot of those 80, 81, 82 Phillies that I've tried to get graded and come back in high grade, and they're just scuffy and they're not attractive. This coin, very attractive. And believe it or not, we actually got the CAC sticker on that 65 plus. Really, if you're the dollar specialist out there, you kind of know how hard a nice 80 Philly is going to be, and that fits the bill. So happy to get that one down here. Next up, we have an 87.0 and MS65, and another coin that's kind of a semi-key date coin. Really tough to get in high UNC grades. A coin that you'll see an MS63, but to get an MS65 is a little bit unusual. Has a little bit of discoloration, haziness in the center of the coin there, but overall pretty attractive. Oddly enough, on this coin you've got a little bit more contact on the back than the front. I mean, the front sells this coin as a 5 all day long. The back not as much, because the contact marks are in the open field area instead of hidden. So they did not CAC this and did not sticker it. And that's okay. Attractive coin. Did I mention that coin trades for like 2,500-ish? It's kind of a big deal. As I was saying before, a lot of the high grade coins in common date high grade I sent in. This is an 1886 Philly. Now this is one of the Phillies you see in high grade all the time. Really, really pretty. And so there's something that happens where really you're grading the coin by the date and mint mark combination. This is one of the things that what I am completely duplicitous on. I'm of two minds. I'm a split grade. This is a 66 plus, which they did not put a CAC sticker on. And so I think that's probably a $400 coin, if I got the right date here, maybe. But the duplicitous nature, as I was speaking of, is, I understand how you grade to the coin based on the other coins around it, right? But at the same time, there's times when I pick up a coin and I think, that looks so much nicer than the grade that it is. So that's especially true of your most common date dollars. 1897, PCGS graded San Francisco mint coin. Here's another coin that's, over 500 bucks, under 1,000, and a coin that is not too terribly rare as far as S-mints go. I mean, you can get, I guess it just depends on your price point on stuff. I'm very understanding of people trying to put high dollar sets together, and I'm also very understanding of people who just are trying to put beginner sets together. So sometimes when you use terms like not too expensive and it's someone's entire budget for the year, I understand that can get a little bit weird for some of y'all out there, but just just understand there's different levels of everything. This one got the sticker. That's kind of a nice deal, right? 97S, real lovely coin. They liked it as solid for the grade. Good eye appeal, that's for sure. Here's another 86 Philly in 66 plus. And so getting back to the discussion about how a coin is going to be graded to the date, sometimes you can look at a certain coin and say, man, if that was a different date, they'd call it one grade higher. This has everything you want in a cheek. That's kind of what I'm showing off here. Really a lovely cheek and satiny field. That's kind of the sweet spot when it comes to Morgans. A face that anybody could love, a coin like that. I will say on this coin, it has this one kind of stacking mark, if you will, right there on the eagle's wing. And CC's not going to lift this up on eagle's wings here, the 66 plus. The reason I point that out is I'm looking at that little mark and I'm like, okay, that's probably the thing that stops this coin. And once again, so far I'm not stepping out of bounds here and calling anybody out on anything. I understand kind of where they're coming from when they're trying to do this. This is another tough Philly. This is the 01. This coin is graded AU55. So lots of luster going on here. A little bit of wear. This one's tricky for me. This may be the first one that I'm going to say I don't know. I don't know exactly how you don't put a sticker on this guy in 55. You know, it's not that it's not a 55. Of course, that's not the argument for the sticker process. It's not a matter of saying, hey, it's just a matter of, is it solid for the grade? And for this coin, for the ones I've seen, I like the coin. But once again, when you talk about the subjectivity of grading, which it is and it will be, how do you account for the little spot on the forehead? Or do you say, this coin is no longer desirable? We don't want to put a sticker on it because it's got that spot on it, and we don't want our reputation as having nice coins on a coin with a spot on it. That makes sense, so maybe that's what they're looking at on that. That coin is roughly a $1,000 coin. Here's a coin that I find to be pretty remarkable for a couple reasons. One, I think this coin is very undervalued as far as the ability to find one in the open marketplace, and it just seems like this coin is so much more rare than it is expensive. Now, once again, this is an expensive coin, don't get me wrong. I'm just talking in relative terms to the marketplace. This coin is graded MS63. It's an 1893 from the Philadelphia Mint. I know you're all waiting for me to show you an S Mint mark on this 93, huh? You're like, well, what the? So MS63, y'all. So this is probably the first one where I think, man, how is that not solid for the grade? I think, is it, you got your contact marks that are stopping it from being a choice BU coin, but it's a really nice BU coin. I mean, so I might kind of throw that into my one disagreement pile if I had one, if I had a disagreement pile going. But the whole idea behind it is that they're not going to pick out just any coin to put their sticker on. Speaking of which, 1888-0 MS66. Now, some of you are already looking at this coin like I'm looking at this coin and just saying, hello, nurse. Like, that coin is lovely. And it got the grade. I mean, it got the MS66 for an 88-0. Really sharp, clean fields on both sides. But once again, this coin is bucking the trend as far as the overall quality of the coin goes. And I want to say that the obverse of this coin, super strong quality, more so than the reverse, which is, fairly unusual. But a sticker, no sir. No sir, I don't like it. So that is still roughly a $1,500 coin. I'm not quite ready to put it in my disagreement pile, but man, that's feeling like it's getting close. All right, talking about common dates, 87 Philly in a 67 holder, y'all. That's a tough one. Also about a $1,500 coin. I would imagine to get anything in a 66 or 7 to get a CAC sticker on it, the coin's got to be pretty phenomenal. And this coin has, I think, much nicer fields than the coin we just looked at, so it's kind of a nice balance to go from that coin to this, because you really can get a feel for just how much cleaner this coin is on the reverse of the coin, on the back of the coin. And the obverse is, I think, pretty comparable. Sometimes it's hard to interpret what you're seeing as far as marks on things. That cheek mark is more of one of those, looks like more of one of those rolled out planchet marks, but still no CAC for me on this guy. But I was definitely not really expecting stickers on some of those 6s and 7s. That's just kind of a hard one. So this is interesting because this will give us a comparison to that 1901 Philly that we just looked at. This is an 1893-0, also graded AU55. And you can tell right away that the coin has a lot more of what looks like wear to it on some of the high points versus the 01. And there's that reverse again. Looking lovely though. The reverse looks really nice. What an interesting thing, right? I mean, like, I would take the obverse of that 01 over the obverse of this 93.0, but the reverse of the 93.0 I like better. But either way, neither of the 55s got the CAC sticker on them. And this is a coin that's probably a little bit shy of a couple grand on that one. Tough. Those 93s are really rough, tough to get. Okay, we're looking at another common date coin, another high grade. Trying to think of which one. This is a 67. I'm trying to think of which 67 I like the best. So far, maybe this one. But that's one of those things, right? Like, which 67 do you like the best? Well, geez, now we're talking about having some options in life, aren't we? It's like which billionaire space pilot do you want to go to the moon with, right? So once again, I think the technical grade is here on this coin and the eye appeal is here on this coin. If I am looking at it from CAC's perspective, once again, when you have things like little spots or you have something that's like an obvious little fingerprint left over here, how do you treat it, right? So especially on a coin that's a $2,000 type coin, you know, do you put your sticker on there when you see fingerprints? And I bet if John was sitting over my shoulder right now, he'd say, you know, I'm not going to put my sticker on a coin that has the fingerprints on it. Speaking of tough dates, 92,000. Here's another one that I find remarkably inexpensive. So when I talk about the overall price points on coins, and I always consider them relative to other coins in the marketplace. So in my mind, like, because this coin's about 800 bucks, this is 92.0 in MS63. When I think about it, I'm like, okay, well, what is that, like an 1885 Carson City dollar in, you know, a nice choice Unk grade? Well, you know, that coin you can find all day, any day at a show. Go find a nice MS63 92.0 at a show. They're just really hard to find. And apparently that didn't all that talking didn't help this one get graded with a CAC sticker on it. But this one's also a little bit harder for me. Both this 93 Philly and this 92.0, where, you know, they're really attractive coins and looking really good. All right, so this is where we get into the ridiculousness of coins, right? So this is an MS68, and you know, on a 79S, which is going to be one of the dates you're going to see an MS68 grade out of, most likely, your 79S, 80S, 81S. But I just want to show you where this coin is in 68, right? Like the overall, just that flow of luster and metal right there over the face and the cheek, you know, it just has a different look to it than what you'll see on other coins. You know, the rest of your fields are really, really clean. But it's still at the end of the day, that neckline, jawline, cheek, just a lovely combination. Oh, there you go. I don't know what I'm doing here, but no sticker for that guy. And like I said, getting a higher grade coin to get a sticker seems pretty tough, like really tough to do. This guy is, I think, if I wrote this up right, $4,000-ish, MS68. I mean, there's not a lot of MS68s out there. So this 84S, one of the key dates in the Morgan Dollar Series once you get to the higher grades, is graded AU58 by NGC. And once again, a coin that's north of $2,000, so it's the type of thing that you send in and try to get a sticker on. Like I said, I did do a shotgun approach. You know, when you compare this 58 to those 55s, you know, it is a hair nicer, but you know, I can see, to me, I can see why this one didn't get a sticker, because, you know, I always think of a term. There's a term called a slider, and I know you're thinking it's like a really small hamburger, maybe you know, pulled pork, something like that. But when a coin looks uncirculated, but is not because it's technically has a touch of wear to it. That's the kind of AU58 you want to get a sticker, right? And there's coins like that where you look at it and you say, man, is this an MS60 or is it an AU58, right? Is it live or is it Memorex? One of those type questions. This is a fun coin as far as, you know, anyone who's doing a specialty coin collection on Morgans. You're not just doing the date set, but you want all of them. There's all kinds of varieties for 78s, but my favorite, one of my all-time favorite varieties on the 78 is with the reverse of 79. The red book calls them like type 1, 2, and 3 reverses, but that doesn't make sense in my mind. I'm not an engineer, but the reverse with the concave chest is what the 78 started with. And then once you got later on, they transitioned. But clearly they transitioned in 78 also because you have some with this reverse to it. Nice MS64 coin. No sticker, $64, $1,000 coin. What are we talking about here, guys? I think this was kind of on my dispute pile. I mean, you know, that's a nice coin. I'm going to put it on the dispute pile. Not that I'm actually disputing anything. I'm just having fun with y'all. OGH, Old Green Holder, 1891. Philadelphia Mint. And MS64 graded. Another little interesting coin. You know, you get into a lot of these little semi-key date coins or coins that are maybe not as expected to be really scarce or rare. This kind of reminds me of one of those also, like we were talking about earlier, but this 91 MS64, you know, maybe it's also a $700 or $800 coin, and it's the type of coin that is so much harder to find than something like an 81cc, 85cc, a CAC, I see. Look at that. That's kind of fun. And in this marketplace, of course, that when you combine holders with stickers, well, you know, magic happens. And that's definitely something that we've seen where you get a coin that's going to have a older holder and a CAC sticker. People are going to go ahead and pay a little extra for them, especially if they're in the auction format. This coin is graded MS64. The last coin was graded MS64. Okay, 78, and here's that 78 with the reverse of 78 when we talk about the concave chest instead of the convex chest. And a little bit of purple hues, a little bit of toning, a whole lot of PL going on back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tail feathers. And really a lot of PL action going on this 78 and 64. VAM 6 pierced eyelid, and another coin that's a $1,000 type coin, $800 type coin. I'm looking, I don't know the exact variety, but there appears to be a piercing by the eyelid, but that is interesting because it looks like a depression. If it's got to be a different eyelid, it's got to be a different mark up there. I didn't look up the VAM ahead of time. Sorry, guys. Some of you know I'm not a VAM specialist. I will say that, like, here I am disputing things, right? Some 78s and 64. Like, I'm dropping things now. Of course, if I had to pick between the two, grade for grade, and that's part of what CAC is doing here, is you're looking at coins in a similar grade range. Yeah. So far, this is my favorite one to dispute. There you go. How do you like that? We'll do it that way. Like, that coin's a sticker all day long. Look at, I'm doing, that's YouTube talk. Like when you get real bombastic and you're like, I know what a coin should look like. Well, like I said, I did send in pretty much all of the PLs and dimples that were in the set. And this I know ahead of time. And I've had some conversations with dealers on this. They are really tough, CAC, on PLs and dimples. And so this one is cool because it's got a lot of white contrast to it. And the reverse looks even more dimple than just PL. The obverse I could go with as being just PL. MS66 PL, right? No sticker, And once again, not that it's not PL, and this is a $500 or $600 type coin, but you know, a 66, but real clean cheek, real clean cheek. You got the satin fields, PL fields, and there's proof-like fields just absolutely, man, they get marked up easy. They sure do. Yeah, that's a neat coin. I'm not disputing the no sticker on that. It's just kind of a cool coin. Okay, so here we are again with another high grade. I think we were talking about earlier, like my favorite MS67. I think we found John's favorite MS67. That's a cool coin. Really neat, really neat. You know, I don't know, maybe $1,000 type coin. We'll have to look it up, see what they are in the marketplace. But just really stunning. The coup de grace would be if you could get a coin like this with a gold sticker. I mean, like a 7 with a gold. Could you imagine that? That'd be too much fun. For those of you who don't know, the gold sticker means that the coin, in their opinion, is undergraded. But, you know, this coin almost looks like it just was minted at the mint yesterday. I mean, it's really a cool look to it. A little bit of toning, not too much. You know, a little bit of some of that marbled spotting toning kind of around the edges. Touch of PL to it, but not proof-like, but just that real satiny finish to it. Great coin. Great coin. So, all right. Next up, we have an 85. This is graded NGC 65 DPL. Now this is one version of their older fatty holder, but not the one with the hard etchings. It's somewhere in between there. But tough coin here. About $1,000 type coin. Really pretty. You know, and part of the problem with the dimples and the PLs is, you know, you've got to be able to hit the grade right, but also if they don't think it's dimple, if they don't think it's a deep mirror proof-like, and they only think that it's proof-like, then it won't get the sticker. So there's lots of, you're adding variables, you're adding areas where they can say no, right? And they said no, and no means no. So 79S. Now this coin, here we go. This is fun, right? Because that was a 5 dimple. This is a 6 PL. So now you're grading this coin to be PL and a 66. Another 79S like the previous one. And what a banger of a coin right there, guys. I don't know what the market is on this coin, but I'm thinking maybe it's close to $1,000. I mean, just got the sticker on it. Maybe it's less than that. But you've got, once again, the really great looking cheek and jawline and everything. You got the PL going, and just a neat coin. 66 PL with our little friends, with little friendly sticker on it. Back to the beach, y'all. This is a 64 DPL. Now this is an 80S, 80/9 VAM 11. There's that stuff in between the 0 there. That's going to be the VAM. And so this is only graded a 4. Man, I'm shh, don't tell anyone. I got to crack this coin out. Are you kidding me? So this is fun. Okay, so 4 deep mirror, no sticker, coin is stunning. I mean, are you saying that it's a PL instead of a dimple? Well, this one also didn't grade. I'm losing track of stuff here. 66 PL, 64 dimple. In my mind, the only thing you could be arguing on this coin is that it's not actually deep mirror. You know, because that's a wicked cool coin. Well, we're gonna probably price that at a premium, and then if it doesn't sell, you know, maybe I'll crack it out. It's just a cool coin. Man, that looks good. All right, put that in my I know better stack. Whatever it is, I don't know. Pardon me as I shuffle my papers here like David Letterman. As long as I don't bend my spoons like Uri Geller, I'll be okay. 1898. Oh, here's another 66, y'all. Now this one, man, that looks a lot like a coin we looked at earlier, but super satin fields. Let's see how the back's looking. So the obverse to me is solid coin. You know, so you got the little bit of a clash die going on, which you see a lot on Morgan dollars. And what a neat looking coin. No sticker on that 980. Yeah. What am I going to say? I'm going to argue on a 66 not getting a sticker. You be the judge. All right. 82cc. This is graded MS64 DPL. This one I think is the coin that has one of the deepest looking mirror. This has like troughs. I mean, this has all kinds of stuff going on in the back of this coin as far as the way the mirror shows on this coin is just lovely. Just lovely. And once again, I've only got to think that on this coin, they're not getting the mirroring like they want to see as far as calling it, not calling it, you know, a higher grade, not calling it not giving it a sticker, probably because they're not liking the DPL on that. All right, that is also a coin that's close to $1,000 on that guy. Next up, this 90O, another coin with a deep mirror proof-like finish to it. MS64 Dimple by PCGS, about a $1,400 or $1,500 coin, and another coin that. So this one, you know, no sticker. I will say, I'm not feeling the love entirely on the dimple on the obverse. The reverse is really phenomenal, really phenomenal. But so we get a little bit of sticker action on one of these PLs. But the dimples we're having a hard time with here. So like here's an 83cc. Now this is a 65 dimple, right? So that's another $1,500, $1,600 coin. And once again, did they not like the grade? Did they not like the PL? There's this mark in the field in front of the nose. You know, is that going to hold you back and stop you from getting the grade that you want? Once again, you have a reverse on a coin that is popping and really great looking coin that did not get a sticker. So once we're running through all these PLs and dimples, started having a real hard time getting those CAC stickers. Here's another 66. 020 Brute, a 66. Common date, you know, maybe like a $400-ish type coin. And are we going to get to the CAC on this guy? Nope. Another coin where I think that the obverse really saved the coin overall. The obverse on this coin is really, really fantastic. Just a real pretty coin. It is probably some of the marks on the reverse maybe hold it down a little bit, but I liked that coin quite a bit. All right, so this is a wicked tough coin actually. 64 dimple on a 78S. This coin I think is about a $3,000 coin, and another coin that I think shows very well, really, really nicely. And once again, PL versus dimple, and that's probably where the money is on this coin. But I would argue this coin looks nicer than a 4. Like, maybe there's just a whole bucket of 78S's out there that I didn't get to see. You know, once again, this has that same kind of, that's a roller line on the cheek there from when the planchet's rolled out. That coin's just lovely. I don't think I'm going to have any problem selling that coin for the grade that it is. Maybe even at a premium. You know, that's a, yeah, you know, my pile of stuff that I would kind of consider should get a sticker has grown a little bit. 78cc and a 65 dimple. All right, so this coin is crazy expensive. I think it's like a $9,000 type coin. And I wish it had a sticker on it, because that would really, I think, bump it up a lot. Like I said, I send in expensive coins because expensive coins, I think, generally speaking, are going to have, you know, all the more cachet when you get the CAC on them. You know, I can understand with the markings on here not giving it, you know, the height of the market with a, you know, a high marks for the grade, but really the coin is all there. All right, last coin for this group, guys, 85cc. This is a 3 dimple. Man, and once again, here we go. Like, so when you start to see, here's a little pointer. When you start to see the luster movement, like you would like a cartwheel effect, it's moving usually a little bit more towards PL than dimple, right? So the more you can see that cartwheel effect instead of just like a mirror effect, that little cartwheel effect going on in there. But even then, look at the mirroring on the coin, man. So a 3 dimple, no sticker. I've got to believe also that they're arguing that the reverse or the obverse of the coin isn't dimple, because, you know, the coin's really nice. That is a $1,300 coin. Man, part 1. I'm going to take a breather. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I've been the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the L button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.